Welcome everybody to another tournament on my channel. Today it's a pretty special day because it's Tuesday, so we don't really do tournaments on Tuesdays, and it's usually quite hard because everybody's at work or at school. And but I got a day off today, so I found this small window for me to organize an event, and I really like organizing events. And I thought about organizing a tournament today, so here we are. And we're actually going to do a format that I haven't done in a while. It has been done by other hosts, but I haven't done it since last year. I think since November or December last year. I think. So yeah, I'm happy to do it again. It's basically round robin, which means that everybody fights everybody. In the tournament, we have 6 people today, and which means that everybody's going to fight 5 times. And we have a pretty special format, which is wins and losses don't matter as much. What matters is scoring flags. So we're going to play first to 10. And for example, if you win the fight, so if you score 10 flags, you got 10 points. If you score 9 and you also lose the fight, you get 9 points. So even in defeat, you can still get points. And at the end, the player with the most points scored is going to win. So remember, it's not about winning or losing; it's about scoring flags. I thought about this system because I think in this type of format, which is round robin, which does not have eliminations, it's more important to see how everybody's doing against everybody. For example, if I lose 10-9 and another player loses 10-0, obviously I am a better player, so I'm gonna get more points from that. So even if you lose a fight, you still have the chance of winning the tournament as long as you score a lot of flags. So I wanted to do this because I want each flag to be meaningful, each point to be meaningful, and even if you're far behind in the match, you can still, fight your way in order to get more points. Another interesting thing is, of course, if you win the matches, you get the maximum points. So winning the matches is still the way to go, the way to win the tournament. But it's not the only way. Yeah, it's not the only way. So that also gives newer players the opportunity to perform, the opportunity to continue, because losing once, twice, 3 times can be frustrating. But if you still get flags, then it's a good idea. As an example, I did it last year and actually lost 4 matches by 7-6. I was really unlucky in that tournament, but I still got third place because I was scoring a lot of flags. So this can happen here today as well. Let's have a look at the competitors that we have for today. We have some old faces, but also some new faces as well. After that, we're just going to shuffle. I know that, it's round robin, it doesn't matter, but we're still going to shuffle it a little bit just to make sure that it's as random as possible. 1 second here. Here we go. So there's myself. I'm the host of the tournament. Really looking forward to get my first round robin title because I haven't got one so far, so I really want to get one. Then we have Maestro, who's also a great fighter, grandmaster on the server. He hasn't. He told me. He said a little bit earlier that he hasn't done great on his round robin, so he's looking forward to get some good points today. And then we have Subutai. Subutai has won a round robin tournament on my host last year, so he's pretty. And he also has organized a couple himself, so he's pretty used to this type of format. Then we have Ezekiel. Ezekiel is a guy that is kind of on and off with tournaments, so I'm glad to have him here today. He mained Samuel recently, and he's pretty good. Rudy is a new player. He mains Isabella, but he has shown a lot of potential, and we're just looking for him to be to make the breakthrough pretty soon. And then we have Kerosene. I hope I pronounced the name right. He's I wouldn't say he's a new guy because I've seen him on the server a couple of times, but he's definitely new to my tournaments and also I believe to tournaments in general. So I think he's making his debut today. So I'm really looking for. I don't even know what characters he plays, so maybe we'll get a nice surprise today. This tournament, as I said, is a round robin. We have 6 people, so it counts for a champion's title. So everybody involved is looking forward to add another one to their tally. So without further ado, let's just go here to participants. Today is the 9th, so let's shuffle it 9 times. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. The only thing that the shuffle did was just the schedule, like it did it in a different way. So let's have a look at the matches that we have. All right, so we have Maestro versus Ezekiel, me versus Kerosene, then Ezekiel, then we have Maestro, then we have Subutai, and so on in here. Yeah, so we have a total of 15 matches, and I hope you'll enjoy it. Okay. Before we start the tournament, I just want to show you here in the standings. So basically points. So this is the number of flags that everybody scores. Tiebreak. Sorry, this is the points difference. So basically, if we have people with a equal number of points, let's say I don't know, 50 points. Yeah, we're going to take the points difference, which means how many you scored and how many were scored against you. So each player needs to be careful that the opponent does not score too many flags against them. And the last one is basically the match wins. Sorry, the match between the 2 players. So whoever won the match between the 2. So it's more about flags and less about wins. So yeah. Let's go ahead. So the first match here is going to be one second. Gonna be Maestro versus Ezekiel. So we're going to send them a link and we're going to get it going. Yeah. Just a final check on the tournament settings. Points difference, win, match wins. Okay. Oh, it's a round robin tournament. Alright, let's put the names here. We're gonna use the same map as we used last Friday. In case you haven't seen it, is the house map. It's a pretty, it's a reworked map from Kobold and I really like it. I think it brings something new. So, Maestro versus Ezekiel. Ezekiel, here we go. Let's start the tournament. Yep. Hopefully they are aware that the tournament started. Maestro Ezekiel, if any of you can hear me. Alright, looks like alright, look, Maestro's here. I see that he's listening to the commentary. Just gonna need Ezekiel. Yeah, it's a pretty odd time. But fun fact is that this time is probably the best time for all regions. We have people from Europe, we have people from North America, and we actually have people from Asia in this tournament as well. But it's probably that it's in a Tuesday. It's not the best. Ezekiel, if you can hear us. In the meantime, let me change the options to 10 points. Since we don't have too many matches, we're just gonna keep it with 10. Gonna one second here. Ezekiel is always like every tournament. He's like he's never bailed or anything. He's always been responsive. All right, let's hopefully he's going to answer soon. If he doesn't, so we're just gonna move on to the next match. Luckily, the tournament format kind of allows people to, you know, take a little break. Let's go with the next fight. I'm gonna ask Kerosene to join us. And I'm gonna have Maestro out, so it's gonna be me versus Kerosene. I'm pretty nervous because I've never fought him, so I don't know what to expect. There you go, he's trying to connect. Alright, he's connected, which is great. Yeah, so I've never fought him. I know he's been around. I'm on the left and he's on the right. We're just gonna use the sides that we have in challenge. Oh, a bit of a problem there. I think you're pressing the wrong button. We're using defaults, by the way. Alright, there we go. Alright, so we're using this map. As I said, it was reworked by Kobold. Pretty good map in my opinion. Not so big, not so small. Pretty well optimized. A lot of players said that they had a good time on this map. So yeah. All right, here we go. First match. Looks like Kerosene does not have control. Wooden. Yeah, Kerosene does not have control. Let me see what's going on. Okay, okay. All right, I think. Yeah, he's not doing anything. I don't know what's going on. Okay, I'm just gonna reset controllers. Okay, I reset it. I reset controllers. Should be good now. Okay. Father Azira, a character that is not easy to defeat. Hopefully he can play now. Yeah, I think he can. I see him moving. Okay, he's attacking. Great. All right, good fight. Looks like Kirsten does not have too much experience in tournaments, but it's okay. It's gonna come with time. And you still have a couple of fights left, so I'm sure that it's going to get even better. 10-1 is the final score. Yeah, you got one. You got one, but it was just the first match, and I think it was your first tournament match, so um, you know, it takes a while to get used to the competitive environment, but I'm sure you're going to do even better next time. You're not eliminated, by the way. You still have four more matches, so plenty of time to adjust and to play. All right, let's see if Ezekiel is here. Yeah, he used a lot of high recovery moves, and to be honest, I kind of like I was just countering those. Didn't take any necessary risks, but yeah. All right, Ezekiel is I don't know where he is, but hopefully he's gonna be here soon. Let's keep it moving. So we're gonna go ahead with Ruri versus Subutai. Ezekiel is always coming to. He always shows up. Like I've never had problems with him. And I see that he was online on Discord, so maybe he's just on the toilet or something. All right, Rudy versus Subotai. This is a pretty interesting match because these two have faced each other a couple of times. If I recall correctly, Rudy actually managed to win some sets, not matches, but sets against Subotai, which is a pretty difficult thing to do. And let's see how he does. Here we go. Here's the link. I don't know if he's capable to win, but he's definitely capable of scoring some flags, which can bring him closer to the top. Um, there you go. We have Subutai. Um, Rudy's not ready from what I can see, but Ezekiel is. So just gonna send yeah, just to keep it going. Gonna send them a link. So it was Maestro versus Ezekiel. Let's change it in here. Yeah, luckily this format is a little bit kind to us when it comes to people being late because we can still do the other fights and wait for them to come after. So here we go. Yeah, Ezekiel is here. We're just waiting for him to connect. There you go, Maestro is here. Just want to get some... Okay, there you go. We're getting some fights going, yeah? Okay. Ezekiel, do you need keyboard? I don't remember. You have it anyway. All right. Maestro, let me check who's in what side. I think Maestro was in the left. Yes. Maestro is in the left and Ezekiel is in the right. I think this is gonna be a good fight. Like, Maestro is definitely the favorite, but Ezekiel is a pretty tough cookie. And you know, Samuel is actually a pretty good counter for Isabella, in my opinion. So he can definitely do something interesting here. He's first to 10, so there's a lot of time to adjust. A good attack here by... Oh, beautiful sidestep attack there by Ezekiel. I think this is the first time where we have a tournament with 10 flags. We had with 11 on Koala's... great high attack there by Maestro, caught him off guard. We had some on Koala's host. Were pretty interesting, pretty dynamic. But even if we have 10 points here, I think great attack there by Maestro from close range. I think people should just keep their calm, play it like it's 5 flags, you know. Each flag is important, so I can definitely see that. I don't see any rush, even though it's 3-1. Great switch stance there by Maestro. He's being patient. Another good attack. Looks like that attack works pretty well against Ezekiel, so it's now 4-1. A great push there by Maestro, 5-1. Maestro looks in shape. Oh, beautiful sidestep there by Ezekiel. Scores his second flag. Obviously, these are the hard matches, like Maestro, Subutai. I could humbly say against myself, so the more you score in these flags, the more you're likely to get a top position in the tournament. Yeah, whiffs there. Maestro capitalizes. 6-2. Beautiful sidestep, 7-2. Great performance by Maestro so far. Very brave in the pocket against Samuel. Oh, beautiful. Again. Comes in range, goes for the sidestep, and attacks. 8-2. A very good score from Maestro. Gets caught there, but with the retreating cut, 9-2. Maestro's doing great, and he's looking great. Going back to Isabella after a long time. Vomtag and 10-2. That's a pretty impressive win there by Maestro, and he scores his first 10 points in the tournament. Ezekiel scores 10 points. Ezekiel scores 2 points, sorry. All right. Next up, we have Rudy versus Subutai. But before I send any links, let me make sure that Rudy is here. Nothing from him yet. I remember he said that he was tired, but he still, you know, he signed up. He said he's going to be available. All right, we'll see. We'll see what happens with him. We're just gonna keep this going. We're gonna move to the second round. Next match would have been Kerosene versus Rudy, but since Kerosene is not here, let's go with Subutai versus Maestro. Yeah, one of the derbies of this round robin that could decide the winner. So Subutai is going to be on the left, Maestro is going to be on the right. Yeah, as I said, one of the derbies of this event. There you go. There you go. Oh, looks like Carlos is available. That's great news. Carlos, here's what's gonna happen. We're gonna complete round 2. If Rudy does not show up until we finish, so the next 2 fights, I'm going to invite you so you can take his place. Yeah? If you're listening to me. Great. Let's go ahead, as I said, with this match. This is definitely not going to be a one-sided fight. I expect this to go to 10-8, 10-9, maybe. Subutai left, Maestro right. Subutai goes with Isabella. Recently, Alex got some improvements, some buffs. I mean, some new attacks. But looks like he favors the mirror match against Maestro because, as far as I remember, he's kind of winning the mirror match every time. So, but Maestro looked really good against Ezekiel. So, I don't know. First flag for Subutai. Subutai goes with a 2-piece combo. Oh, I think that was the retreating cut from Maestro 1-1. These two are, I wouldn't call them aggressive fighters, but they like to play Isabella in the pocket, like to get in your face. So as you can see, you're gonna see a lot of clash of swords here. 2-1. Every time they play Isabella's, Maestro and Subutai, they just get into a boxing match. There you go. 3-1 for Subutai. Oh, Maestro gets a pretty surprising flag there. Oh, caught him right on the counter there with the retreating cut. 3-3 now. Block and counter textbook there from Subutai. 4-3. Punch to the face. 5-3. Pummel to the face, actually. Beautiful Vomtag there by Maestro. Maestro is playing a little bit of catch-up, but he's not far behind. And he's scoring flags, which is great. 5-5. But I'm sure these two are not in here just to score flags. They just want to get the full 10, because even 1 point against an opponent like this can mean the win. 6-6 now. Oh, catches the hand there. Pretty unlucky by Maestro. That was a perfect range from for the cuts the thrust attack. 8-6 now. Subutai seems a little bit more confident in this matchup than Maestro is. Most of Maestro's flags weren't very clean. Like you know, I wouldn't say he got lucky, but they felt like on the edge. Good push. 8-7. Yeah, as I said, this fight is gonna go to 10-8, 10-9. Oh, beautiful snipe there. And Subutai is 1 point away from getting the 10 points. Oh, beautiful. 9-8. Pummel there, but it gets caught in the process. We'll see if Maestro makes it level here. And he does. 9-9. As I said, this match is going to the last point. And regardless, both of them are going to get a lot of points. There you go. 10-9. I would say deserved victory for Subutai. He has been leading the whole match, but a great effort from Maestro as well. He came back. And 10-9. So Subutai gets his first 10 points, but Maestro gets 9 points out of this fight, which obviously keeps him in contention. All right. Next up, we're going to have me versus Ezekiel, and we'll see after that if Rudy is here. If not, I'm gonna send an invite to Carlos to join the tournament. All right, Ezekiel is gonna be on the left. I'm gonna be on the right. Let's send the link. There you go. Ezekiel takes the left. I take the right. Goes with Samuel. All right, good fight. The fight got harder than it was at the beginning. 10-7. A lot of flags there scored by Ezekiel, which can help him in the tournament. Oof, good fight. All right, let's see if Rudy is here. No, he's not. So let's get Carlos in. Let's see how I do that. Just give me 1 second here. Carlos third. All right. GG, man. Carlos, did you get an invite? Yeah. I sent to his username, and I think so it was Carlos_3rd, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, in challenge, yeah. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think he's here. Because it doesn't... Yep, he's in. Okay, awesome. Awesome, even better. The tournament got even better. We have some great fighters. All right, so then let's go ahead with the next match. So Carlos will have to fight twice now. The first fight is going to be against Subutai. So let's send them a link. Always a very interesting match. And the tournament just got, as I said, with Carlos, got a little bit more dynamic. And it's going to be pretty difficult to win. Alright, Subutai is here. Carlos is here. And let's get ready. It's a rumble, yeah? Subutai got his first win, so he got 10 points against Maestro. Very interesting. Carlos goes with Marta, and Subutai goes with Marie. I hope he's aware that the dynamic that used to be between these two characters is not the same anymore. Like, I would say Marta is a lot more competitive in this fight, especially Carlos's Marta. We're gonna see a chess match here. It's definitely not the type of match that will end pretty quickly. Rapier matches usually take a little bit longer. But Subutai starts pretty strong here with 2 quick flags. And there you go, first flag scored by Carlos. There you go. Another two-step thrust there by Subotai. He scores the third flag. Subotai seems very confident in this matchup. 4-1. That's a double. 4-1. Still plenty of time to adjust here. Especially, as I said, rapier matches are pretty disputed. There you go. Rush attack there by Carlos. 4-2. Catches him on the way in. 5-2. They touch each other there. Carlos seems a little bit surprised by Subutai's aggression with Marie. And it's working. 6-2. There you go, another one. 7-2. Looks like it was a really good pick for Subutai here. Very confident in it. 8-2 now. Carlos gets caught again, 9-2. Double. And there you go, 10-2, an impressive win there by Subutai. He gets the 10 points. Carlos gets only 2 from this match. But very impressive pick and very impressive win as well. Carlos, don't leave because you have another match. Since Rudy was not here, the schedule was a little bit changed. So we're gonna have Carlos on the right side, and we're gonna welcome Kerosene here for his second fight. Yeah, there you go. So Kerosene is gonna be on the left. Carlos gonna be on the right. Yeah, use the same link I sent to Kerosene, Carlos, if you're listening. Alright, they're both in here. Let's see how Carlos comes back from that loss against Subutai. He probably didn't expect to lose by such a margin. And he does something that I quite expected, which is he reverts back to his main, which is Kalkstein. Marta is also a great... I mean, Carlos plays Marta really well, but I just think Kalkstein has a lot more possibilities, especially since his cuts are so good, his thrusts are so good, his defense is also good. So, yeah. Oh, very good. The high attack there by Kerosene. Scores his first flag. That should be a confidence booster for him. By his own admission, he's quite green to the game, so picking up somebody like Zera, even though Zera is a pretty strong character, he's definitely not easy to play. There you go, good thrust there by Carlos, 1-1. You have to be careful. As I said, even though it's usually newer players can give you problems because they try things that you don't normally expect. Oh, that was it finally worked. That move that Kerosene was doing, a pretty high recovery move. It worked for him and he scores his second flag. That's pretty impressive. And another one, 3-1. He's definitely doing great here. Carlos needs to pick himself up. Looks like that previous match affected him a little bit. And he cannot think clear, but there you go. He waits for the counter there, scores 3-2. Still a lot to play for in this fight. I also like that Kerosene is not, throwing too recklessly. He's trying to find openings, and with his awkwardness, he finds another one, and it's now 4-2. Good retreat there. Good retreat cut there on the counter. 5-2. I think Kerosene found his rhythm here. And there you go, another high guard attack, 6-2. Alright, we had some pretty interesting flags in the beginning, but now the match gets a little bit more serious. He's definitely having a lot of confidence now after scoring 6 times against Carlos. I'm not sure too many people can do that. It's still not over though. Carlos is taking his time. He's trying to find some openings. And there you go, another one, 6-4. Gets caught again, 6-5. Carlos is doing a great job of just waiting patiently for the counter. They both... Okay, a feint there by Kerosene. Out of range there, Carlos. And I think he's tired now a little bit. But he's keeping his ground. Pretty tense flag, and there you go. 6-6 now. Carlos comes back with 4 flags in a row, which is something that, to be honest, I expected. Experience plays a very important part in these matches, especially since you have time to. That's why I prefer longer flags or points matches. For example, if we had 5 flags, this match would have been over, and now we can see that Carlos made the adjustment. Oh, that was a good windmill there by Kerosene, and that's a pretty good flag for him. After losing 5 flags in a row, he scores another one, and it's now 7-7. Regardless of the outcome, he has done pretty well in this fight, and he's going to score some good points. 7-8. Not out yet. couple of attacks there by Kerosene, but he's getting blocked. Carlos is just waiting for the right moment to counter. He knows that Zera can be very dangerous, and there you go, 9-7, and Carlos is one flag away from winning the match and getting the 10 points. There you go, thrust to the face, 10-7. Great display there by Kerosene. But Carlos, you know, has the experience on his side, and he scored his first win. All right, let's have a look at the rankings after the first two rounds. Let's see here, standings. Okay, so I am on first place with 20 points and 20 points difference, 12 points difference, sorry. Subotai is second with the same number of points, but only 9 points difference. Then we have Maestro, who has 19 points and 7. Then we have Carlos with 12, Ezekiel with 9, and Kerosene with 8. So regardless of wins and losses, the fights are still open. So let's go ahead for round 3. And the first match in round 3 is going to be Subotai versus Kerosene. So Kerosene, stay here. And Subotai is going to be left. Yes. And Kerosene is going to be right. Okay, let's send the link to Subotai. And until Subotai joins, I'm just gonna go get some water into the bathroom really quick. All right, Subotai, just wait a second, yeah? I'm gonna be back in 1 minute, and then we're gonna start. Here we go with round 3. Subotai is facing Kerosene. Kerosene had a good display against Carlos earlier. Subotai is doing great in the tournament so far. Has a lot of confidence. He got the win against Maestro, win against Carlos, who are his primary candidates. Oh, a nice slash there by Kerosene. It scores the first flag. Kerosene can be pretty awkward with his attacks. There you go. Lands another one. 1-1. That's a double. Feint there by Kerosene. Oh, and that's a retreat cut, 2-1. Looks like Kerosene is actually not that green as we thought. I think he just had a little bit of adjusting time. Because he's doing some interesting things, like he's fading some of his attacks. He's doing the retreat, the Russian retreat cut for Zero. He's switching stances, so he definitely knows something. There you go, 3-2. Oh, that was beautiful. That was a beautiful thrust by Kerosene, 4-2. Are we sure that this is not Pecola playing on Kerosene's? Oh, that was a unfortunate rush there, 4-3. Subtai's having some trouble early on, and Kerosene is looking great. 5-3 now. Subutai is very experienced though. Oh, got caught again. 6-3. Kerosene is doing a great job of catching Subutai on his way back. Good counter there by Subutai. 6-4. Nice. Side. I think it was a Zverkal, whatever it's called. Zverhal. 6. Oh, that's a double. 6-5. A little bit of a comeback there by Subutai, but Kerosene is still looking great. Subutai is a little bit more careful now. And there you go, he lands the counter, 6-6. All to play for now. Double. Oh, that was really weird. Like he rushed in and then he did a sidestep attack, 7-6. Yeah, Kerosene is pretty tricky. Pretty tricky, and he's doing a good job with these after blows because Subutai is trying to counter immediately after each strike, and he gets caught by the second. Double. Kerosene is yep, holding high guard there, and he got counter, 7-7. Good exchange there. Push there by Subutai, 8-7. I think Subutai got more of a challenge in this match than he expected. But he managed to have a good comeback, and it's now 9-7. Only needs one more to get the 10 points. Oh, and that's it. 10-7. Great fight there by Kerosene. He'd do great on 5 flags because he led Carlos and Subutai as well, but 10 flags looks like experience took over. 10-7. 7 flags there scored by Kerosene. Not gonna win him the tournament, but gonna take him a little bit higher in the rankings. Okay, next match is going to be Carlos versus Ezekiel. Carlos is a little bit behind with flags, so he needs 10 flags here, so he needs a win here in order to get back into contention. This is talks, calls. Carlos, Ezekiel. Here we go. There we go. Both of them are here. Gonna be a pretty interesting match. Most likely we're gonna see Kalkstein versus Samuel, which is a pretty 50-50 match in my opinion. Probably one of the most balanced types of matches. Yep, that's exactly what we're seeing here. And there you go, thrust there by Carlos, scores the first flag. Good sidestep attack, 2-0 now for Carlos. Looks like he got a little bit of confidence back after the fight against Kerosene, and I have to say, by looking at what Kerosene did against Subutai, Carlos's win looks even better now. Oh, caught his hand there. Ezekiel is very good with these pokes, with these jabs. So he's not looking to kill you outright. He's just trying to get you piece by piece. He managed to do that a couple of times against me in there. But Carlos has been pretty accurate so far. It's now 4-1. Oh, a series of attacks there by Ezekiel. I thought that he left himself exposed there, but he managed to score 4-2. Goes with the side steps, 4-3 now. A little bit more aggressive Ezekiel. And has paid off in the last 2 flags. Double. Another sidestep attack by Ezekiel there is now 4-4-3 flags in a row. Looks like the aggression worked. Carlos didn't expect it. Yeah, these jabs. And they can have a pretty good effect on Kalkstein because he gets tired pretty fast. And Ezekiel is on a good run now. Oh, beautiful cut into thrust there by Carlos. Perfect range, 5-5. These flags are always have a little bit of psychological effect. After you lose a couple of them and then you get one back, you realize that you're We're still in the fight. 6-5 now. Carlos going with the same move now. Oh, keeping the range very good, and now 7-5. Good adjustments by Carlos. Yep, Russian and 8-5. A very strong attack there by Ezekiel, like it was a very thirsty type of attack. Tried to bait him in, partially succeeded. And it's now 9-6, and Carlos needs only one more in order to get the 10 points. Oh, gets caught on the leg there, 9-7. A jab there by Ezekiel. Oh, Sam's recovery is legendary. And he gets the flag there, 9-8. Oh, and that's it. 10-8. Good counter there by Carlos. Close fight. Good adjustments by both men. And a 10-8 win from Carlos, which gives him another 10 points and 8 points to Ezekiel as well. And now we have the last match of round 3, which is Maestro versus me. Definitely gonna be a very interesting fight. That could prove decisive for whoever wins this. Let's send one to Maestro here. Here we go. Maestro, if you're here, you're up. There you go. He is here. Let's go. Maestro is taking left. I am taking right. Isabella mirror as expected. Damn, what a tough fight, man. Jesus Christ. 10-8. Great fight, Maestro. Jesus Christ, man. Good fight. Maestro's still in it. Even though he lost, he still scored 8 flags, so he can definitely do it. Alright, and we're done with round 3. So let's have a look at the rankings. Alright, I'm still first place. Equal with Subutai, but I have 14 points difference and he has 12. Most likely it's gonna be decided between us, but Maestro, so even though Maestro lost against me and Subutai, he's only 3 points behind. 3 points behind, so he can, with some plays, he can definitely win it. Carlos is 4th with 22. Ezekiel has 17 and Kerosene has 15. So let's move on to round 4. So it's me versus Carlos. So let's send a link to Carlos. Let's see. Carlos, here we go. Carlos is here. Carlos is coming after 2 wins, 2 well-fought wins. And a win here can definitely get him closer to the top spots. Carlos goes with Jendrik. He has used Jendrik against me in the HEMA tournament and he almost won. So I'm sure that he's looking to get something interesting in here as well.
Hey! Hey! Ha! Ha! Ah! Hey! Ah! Ah! Ha! Ah! Hey! Ha!
Good fight. Good fight. 10-6. All right, let's move to the next match in the in round 4, which is Ezekiel versus Subutai. So it's now my turn to to root for Ezekiel, not because I have anything against Subutai, it's just because we're tied right now. So a win by Ezekiel can bring me closer to winning the tournament. Ezekiel did pretty well in some fights, so I expect him to do well in this one as well. Alright, they're both in. I think we need to change the names. Ezekiel and Subutai. Yeah, so me and Subutai, as I said, we have an equal number of points. I mean, actually I have 10 more now, but he hasn't fought his round, which is coming right now. So anything but a win helps me. But of course I'm gonna be neutral because I am the commentator. So just gonna root for a good fight. Saber matchup. I see a little bit of lag on my end, which is weird. Subutai scores the first point. Second one, Alex got some new moves, so gonna be curious to see if Subutai uses any of the new ones. If he gets a solid point advantage, I'm pretty sure he will, for the element of surprise. Three flags there scored by Subutai. Four. Very good start here by Subutai. He's using Saber for the first time in this tournament. And is now leading 5-0. Very good performances by Subutai so far in this tournament. He's definitely at his A game. That was a double. We'll see if Ezekiel can come back from this. A jab there. Another one. Subutai going with the new move, the new sidestep move from long guard, and he scores it. 6-0 now. Oh, good thrust there by Ezekiel, right to the face. 6-1. We'll see if Ezekiel is able to come back. Oh, goes with the leg swipe, but he still gets caught. 7-1. Subutai definitely loves these round robins. He's always doing great in them. 7-3 now. 2 quick flash scored by Ezekiel. Very aggressive there. 8-3. 9-3 now, and Subutai is just 1 point away from, let's say, qualifying to the final, because if he wins here, there you go. 10-3, great performance by Subutai, and he scores 10 points. Ezekiel scores 3. All right. And now we have Kerosene versus Maestro, the last match of round 4. Let's see. So send both of them a link. Maestro is here. Kerosene is here. Most likely we're gonna see. Something tells me the Maestro is gonna use Zera, but I'm not sure. Let's see who's left. Kerosene is left. And Maestro is right. They're both connected. Here we go. Uh-oh. Okay. Alright, Kerosene takes the left side, Maestro takes the right side. Alright, a Marine Mirror, that's unexpected. By the way, after this fight, Maestro, don't leave the don't leave Parsec because you have another fight after. Actually, the next fight would have been me versus Subutai, but at this point, that is basically the final because we both have maximum points. So we're gonna keep that for last, for the last fight. Just make it a little bit more dramatic. Yeah, the game is loading. That's kind of the downside of these round robins, which is sometimes during the competition you. Alright, kerosene. Alright, there you go. He can fight. Sometimes after losing like 1 or 2 matches, you realize that you don't have any chances left to win it, so it can be a little bit frustrating compared to other. But I haven't done one in a while, so it's always good for training as well. Meister's tired there, but he landed a few hits against kerosene. Yeah, after Kubolt's update, some things have been pretty weird in the game. Hopefully he didn't do anything. There you go. I think that was, yes, that was the first flag scored by Maestro. Maestro at this point is can secure his 3rd place, and not only the 3rd place, he can. It depends on the difference between me and Subutai. He can even get 2nd place. You know, 2nd place, 3rd place in these tough tournaments. It's definitely a performance. It's just almost as winning. There you go. (3-1) now for Maestro. Yeah, and also these round robins give you the opportunity to try more characters. 4-1 now. Pretty dominant performance so far by Maestro. (5-1) now. Good counter. Oh, good sidestep there by Kerosene. 5-2. (6-2) now. They both catch each other here. Maestro with the long B attack. Cut, cut, point. 7-2. And there you go, a double attack there. 7-3 now. Kerosene didn't go without the fight in these matchups. 7-4. Except the first one where he, got it was his first fight and some things weren't going great for him. But after that, in the other fights, he did pretty well. He scored like 6, 7 flags against some very good players, and he's now 5 against Maestro. Not easy to do that. Maestro is tired of all this nonsense, and he goes for the grapple just to end it. Oh, gets caught there with an inquartata. 9-6. And that's it. 10-6. Good display by Kerosene nonetheless, since 6 flags scored. So 10-6, yeah. Let's have a look at the rankings to see what could happen in the last round. We already know a couple of things, but let's just confirm everything. So we have 3 more fights: Subutai versus me, Maestro versus Carlos, and Kerosene versus Ezekiel. The standings look like this. So Subutai is actually first with 19 points difference. I am second with 18. But at this point, this doesn't matter that much because one of us is going to win, which means that one of us is going to make 50 points, and that's pretty much it. So nothing else matters, only that, like who gets the win between us. Maestro is only 3 points behind, so he can even sneak in a second place here depending on the difference between me and Subutai. Carlos is fourth here. Pretty big difference between him and Maestro, 9 points, but Maestro and Carlos are actually going to face next, so Carlos can get, I don't want to say it, can get the 3rd place if he wins against Maestro. And Kerosene and Ezekiel have 21 and 20 points. So yeah, let's go ahead with the last fight. As I said, we're going to keep me versus Subutai for last, since the match is basically the final. So we're going to keep it for, for drama effects. And we're going to go with Maestro versus Carlos now. And after that, Kerosene versus Ezekiel. So what can Maestro do here is consolidate his 3rd place, or even grab the second place. Carlos is fighting also for 3rd place. He cannot get something better than that. Yeah. So Maestro is here. I'm pretty sure both of them are going to be pretty relaxed in this fight. Not much to just, bragging rights to play for. Go, let's get it going. And then we're gonna have, as I said, we're gonna have Kerosene versus Ezekiel. It's true that, they were in a competition full of veteran players with a lot of titles and performances. Maestro left Carlos, right? But they still did this decently, and they're basically fighting for, whoever gets the first win in this tournament. So yeah, I think Maestro went with Jacek there, and Carlos went with Laszlo. So we haven't seen too many sabers. We've seen Sam, Ezekiel. We've seen a couple of rapiers. And also the axe and broadsword. Yeah, we've seen all weapon types. There you go. First flag there scored by Maestro. Good counter there by Carlos, 1-1. I think this match is going to be pretty fast-paced. Oh, that was a nice sidestep. Nice, 2-1. The two-piece combo, like the armpit attack. Double. Carlos going with a three-piece sidestep there, and another one. Gets counter there, 3-1. Oh, beautiful. You don't see that very often. The contre-pied sidestep. Oh, nice counter by Carlos. Right in the sweet spot. 4-3. Laszlo and Jacek are pretty well matched, I would say. Laszlo has definitely more offensive options. Jacek is more of a defensive type of character, using his footwork, speed, and even guard. I would say that Jacek has a pretty good guard. Oh, corkscrew thrust, you don't see that every day. 6-4. Yeah, caught him on the entry there. 7-5. Yeah, Laszlo's guard is actually pretty good, even though he keeps his sword pretty high. His guard works as intended. 9-5 now, a good performance from Maestro so far. He has taken the lead. He needs only one more here to seal the deal. 9-6. It's funny because I was thinking earlier that with this number of points, which is 10, theoretically we can have a player lose all matches but still win the tournament. So scoring 9 flags in each match would give him 45 points, and if other players would just like beat each other with low scores, can actually win. So it's pretty interesting system. But today it didn't count too much. It was still, you know, based on wins mostly. 9-9, a good comeback here by Carlos. Comeback Carlos, yeah. It was 9-5 and it's now 9-9. 4 flags in a row. There you go. Maestro catches the hand. 10-9. I would have to say a very nice fight, but a well-deserved win for Maestro. He had the advantage early on, and I think Carlos got some very good moments in there to take advantage. 10-9. Very close fights from Maestro in this tournament. 10-9 with Carlos, 10-8 with me, 10-9 with Subutai. Yeah. All right, and then now we have the penultimate match, which is Kerosene versus Ezekiel. They're basically fighting for the 5th place and for the first win in this tournament. And at this point, that also means something. You know, it means, you know, I want to get my first win. I want to make the breakthrough. All right, Kerosene versus Ezekiel. Yes, Kerosene is going to be left. Ezekiel is going to be right. Yeah. So as I said, this is a match for the 5th place and for the first win in this tournament. So let's see. Both of them did pretty well. Let's see. I think Ezekiel has 1 more point. No, Kerosene has 21 points. And Ezekiel has 20. And yeah. As I'm looking at the standings right now, Maestro is actually on 1st place with 47 points. But unfortunately, he's going to be dethroned. There you go. We have both men here. Kerosene takes left, Ezekiel takes right. Looks like there's some problem. Let's reset controllers. Here we go. Kerosene take left. And Ezekiel take right. All right, there we go. Ezekiel goes with Sam. Kerosene goes with Zara. He had some good success with Zara. He actually, Kerosene actually led both Carlos and Subutai in their fights until pretty late in the fight. Like he got to like 6 flags or 7 flags leading. And I'm sure he got those. He got both Carlos and Subutai pretty worried. As in these round robins, for example, when somebody loses a couple of matches, the pressure mounts when you're about to fight that person because you know that everybody won and you have to win too. And it's never easy to do that. Oh, the the names, yeah, the names. 1 second, guys. Sorry for interrupting. Gotta put the names here. Thank you for letting me know. So Kerosene is left, and Ezekiel is right. You got this, Carlos. All right. Sorry, guys. You may continue. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Carlos actually picked Samuel a couple of times in spars. Good attack by Kerosene. 2-1. It's also to be noted that Kerosene is actually from Korea, which, you know, fighting on a European host is it's not amazing. Pretty hard to kill Father Zera there. I hope at least that for him it was somewhat stable, like no freezes, no heavy stuttering or something like that. Unfortunately, the delay is not something that we can do something about it, but for me it works the same. For example, when I play on somebody's host, the most important thing for me is just for it to be stable. Delay is something, it's not great, but it's something that I can deal with. But if it stutters or it's freezing a lot, which happens on Steam Remote, for example, Steam Remote freezes a lot when you have people from different continents fighting. That little thing gets red all the time. 4-2 now. 5-2, good advantage for Ezekiel. Ezekiel does have a little bit more experience tournament-wise. He has competed a couple of times. The most notable performance I remember was in a HEMA tournament where he got to the elimination stage, which is top 6 basically. Which may not sound very impressive, but you know, given the fact that every tournament we have guys like Maestro, like Subutai, like Carlos, like, I don't know, other good players joining, it's not easy to make yourself room in the top 3 or win the tournament for that matter. I remember my first tournament. It was on Warden's. It was organized by Warden, and I got to the top 8, and I was actually pretty happy with my performance. 9-3 now for Ezekiel. He's doing a great job of countering Kerosine's whiffs, and he needs only one more to seal the deal here and to get 5th place in the tournament and a win. 9-4. Regardless of the losses, as I said, Kerosene has done pretty well. Has scored a lot of flags in most matches. And he had some really good moments in there. I'm happy that with this hour of tournament we had players from all regions in one. It's not something that you see every day. Yeah, 10-4. Ezekiel gets his first win in this tournament, and he solidifies his 5th place. Kerosene is last, unfortunately, but he didn't go down without a fight. And I want to congratulate him for competing in, you know, on a European host. It's pretty brutal. So he had the courage. He went in there with the best and had some really good moments that I'm pretty sure he's going to be proud of. So thank you, both of you. Also thank you, Carlos and Maestro, for competing. Let's add the score here. It was 10-4 if I'm not mistaken. And we're going to have a look at the final ranking before the actual final. A second here. There we go. So Maestro is at number 1 with 47 points, but as I said, this is going to be only temporary because either me or Subutai are going to win the tournament by 10 with 10 points. Maestro is going to be either second or third, depending on the score between me and Subutai. Carlos is fourth. Ezekiel is fifth with 30 points, and Kerosene is last with 25. Yeah. So just gonna go for the bathroom quickly, 2 minutes, and after that we're going to come back with the grand final. It's not technically the final of the tournament, but the schedule and the results made it in such a way for me and Subutai to meet in the final. I mean, for the title, which is even better because usually round robin tournaments, sometimes you know the winner with a couple of matches before the end, and it kind of kills the excitement. But yeah, take a screenshot. Yeah. All right. Here we go. Let's send the link to Subutai, and after he joins, I'm gonna go for the bathroom quickly, and then we're back for the final. There you go. All right, as I said, just 1 minute. I'm gonna be back. All right, I am back. Let's get ready. So I'm gonna put it here, grand final. Maybe somebody's gonna watch it and want to see who won the tournament. I faced Subotai a couple of times in recent tournaments in the final, so we're kind of used to each other. The match can go either way. Oh, he's already here. Forgot about that. And yeah, let's go. Good luck, Subotai. He's on the left. I'm on the right. Yep. Beautiful last flag there with one of my favorite moves recently. Good fight, Subutai. I was expecting him to pick Alex, but good fight nonetheless. 10-4. And I think with this win, I think Maestro got the second place. I think he got the second place with this one. We'll see. But yeah, let's have a look. Where is it? 10-4 is the final match. Final score, sorry. Alright, let's end the tournament. Oh, you guys are not seeing this. Let's have a look. There you go. Yeah, so I'm first. Subutai is second with 47. Sorry, Maestro is second with 47. Subutai is third with 44. Carlos is fourth. Ezekiel is fifth, and Kerosene is sixth. So I think this is the first. This is the only time where flags mattered over wins, because as you can see, Maestro is 3-2 and Subutai is 4-1. But Maestro scored more flags in general, so he gets the second place. Well, I'm sure that it doesn't matter that much for Subutai if it's second or third. He definitely wanted to win the tournament. So good fights, everyone. Thank you for competing, especially at this odd time. Really wanted to put together a tournament today since I have a day off. I'm going to put another event on Friday as well. So I hope you enjoyed watching. I hope you enjoyed playing. And I'll see you guys on Friday. And also remember, on Sunday, we also have Tao's tournament. It's the right of way tournament for the first time on the server. So 2 more opportunities to get some titles. So thank you again, guys. Have a wonderful rest of the day. And I'll see you on Friday.